Okay, so here it is. It's called Zazie Slideshow. And inside there are just two folders. One called the cover that just has one InDesign file with a big picture of her on it. You probably aren't that interested in that. And then a second folder with nothing. So I'm going to make this into a little teeny two-state slideshow for Zazie. So I just boot InDesign. And I'm going to do File, New Document. I'm going to say that I want to go, it's for web. I know we need to create mobile in there, but 1024 by 768, which is the iPad orientation. It's a landscape 1. Click OK. That's pretty easy so far. Now I'm going to do File, Place, your favorite InDesign command. And I'm going to grab these two pictures of my daughter, pop them down here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just take those two photos and just align them so that they're on top of each other. Oh, sorry. New button called Object Station, new palette. Then I can just come down here and hit New. And when I do that, it basically creates those two different states automatically from whatever I have selected. And I can swap back and forth between them. I don't have to give them a name, but I'm going to. And then I have to kind of decide which one I want first. I think I want the second one to be there first. So that's time to do File, Place again. And I have two little thumbnails. And I could have used the same pictures and scaled them smaller, but I haven't already have these, so think. And then I just want to make these things into buttons, right? So I can just click on this thing and come in here and click on the buttons palette and add a new action. When I click on this button, what I want to do is go to some state. It knows that there's only one of these multi-state objects in the document, and then gives me a little preview of those two states. So in this case, I want that button to go to state 2, and I click on this one, and I tell it for that one to go to state 1. So we have a little preview tool here that I can use to basically make sure that what I did worked correctly. So I'm done. So now I'm going to hit save. And what I want to do is save it into that folder that I had created before, Zazie Slideshow, Zazie. And I'm going to call this Zazie_H, because this is the horizontal version of that file. Okay, so I'm just going to close it, and now I'm done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is boot this tool called the bundler. And what the bundler does is take a directory full of InDesign files, really like folders of InDesign files, and converts it into a digital magazine. So I'll click New Magazine, come down, select that same folder. You can see that it has the cover of the Zazie that I just created. I can give it a title if I want to, so this is Zazie. Decide whether or not it's an ad, decide whether or not it's smooth scrolling, that kind of thing. I'm going to give it a title, Zazie for Macs, issue 1, date, a description. And now I can just hit export. But I'm going to try my server connectivity, so let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to sign in instead. And I'm going to give it an Adobe ID, which you'll all have to have in order to use this for now. It's bundler, and I'm going to hit export. In the export options, I can do a couple things. The first thing I can do is rasterize it, decide what resolution my output device is. So the iPad is 1024 by 768. If I wanted to go on most of the Android tablets, like the Samsung Galaxy. Image format is here. You can basically say automatic, JPEG, PNG, or PDF. Now I'm just going to leave it automatic, and I'm going to hit upload to server after exporting. I'm going to give it a name. This product ID is the same as the one you get from Apple, but I'm just going to call this Zazie1. Include the cover and click OK. I need to have some place just to save the temp files to. We'll just leave it in this builds folder and click OK. And now what it's doing is converting it, building the project, uploading it to the server.